Ventura, a raging California wildfire, became the state's third largest on record on Saturday as fresh evacuations were ordered amid a resurgence of the harsh winds that have fueled the deadly blaze, threatening to scorch 18,000 structures. The so-called Thomas Fire has already destroyed more than 1,000 structures, including about 750 homes, in Southern California communities since erupting on December the 4th, state fire officials said. More than 8,000 personnel using nearly 1,000 engines and 32 helicopters were fighting the blaze that has become the seventh most destructive in the state's history, they said. This fire is letting up, the California Governor's Office for Emergency Management said on its Twitter feed. Tough terrain, dry conditions, single-digit humidity, ripping winds make for difficult conditions this weekend. A new evacuation order was issued for parts of Santa Barbara County on Saturday as high winds whipped the fire through bone-dry terrain. The blaze is chewing up tall grass and brush as it spreads along the scenic Pacific coast. Mandatory evacuations were already in place in several Santa Barbara County communities, including Carpinteria and Montecito, and parts of Ventura County. An evacuation order for the city of Ventura, which was hit hard in the first days of the fire, was lifted on Saturday morning. The Thomas Fire is only 40% contained, officials said. Among the places being threatened include the wealthy enclave of Montecito just outside the coastal city of Santa Barbara. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email, you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Roar of fire. The 13 days of shifting winds and evacuations have taken their toll on a weary population. Paul Pida, who lives in Fillmore, about 90 kilometers northwest of Los Angeles and on the eastern flank of the fire, said he will flee if the blaze gets too close. It's pretty crazy. Went to sleep last night about midnight and then woke up to the roar of this fire coming through about 3 a.m. Pida said. The wildfires forced many schools to close for days, shut roads and drove hundreds of thousands from their homes. They were also responsible for poor air quality throughout Southern California. The cost of fighting the blaze that was about 65 kilometers wide and 32 kilometers long has already reached $104 million, authorities said. For California, this year has been unprecedented in terms of structures lost and the size of the wildfires, officials said. 5 of 20 most destructive fires in recorded history ravaged the state in 2017, according to CAL FIRE. The vast landscape charred by the blaze, centered fewer than 160 kilometers northwest of downtown Los Angeles, reached 104,800 hectares early on Saturday. That surpassed the 104,131 hectares that California's Rim Fire, which had been the state's third largest on record, destroyed in 2013, authorities said. The hot Santa Ana winds have propelled the fire's expansion, at times sending embers far ahead of its main flank. They were forecast to remain strong through Saturday evening in the Santa Barbara County mountains, the National Weather Service warned.